Dive into our second series of the day. You know what this feels like? This kind of feels like, you know, the new Creed movies, where like RunAway, like Flower, Vin, and Runner are like Rocky, and they're training up these new guys. That's Creed, and now they're going up against like Dolph Lundgren's son.
I haven't seen these movies, so I'm sorry.
All right, well,
I'm sure someone out there gets what you're talking about.
I'm just saying, it feels like it's like the next coming of these organizations. They're trying to train them up, and they're still trying to beat each other. The rivalry continues through their children.
Yeah, it is very next gen in a lot of ways, but not in every sense, right? Because you know you do have that core, the Flower, Vin, and Runner for RunAway. Nomi built this roster. He's since left the team, but he built this, right? So it does feel like yes and no, like because it's built from the core, but it is totally different than what we saw before. Going to be the same 3-3 comps from these two, no surprises here on Mecha Base. I feel like it would make a huge statement if Panthera is able to outplay Mag here and take this first neutral point.
There we go, pushing out. Schröder taking so much damage here on the front line, getting beaten and battered, but still managing to sustain. But as I say that, bit of a caster curse, Mag with a fire strike will be able to take him down. RunAway charges forward. Mag coming up with a pin kill on the Choice A1. He will clean up 4 members and now retreat back over to the point where it's getting ready to unlock.
We didn't talk about Shine starting over Agatha too much here, but he does end up getting quite a bit of damage done on this last push. Unfortunately, it's not enough, as KongDoo Panthera ends up basically just getting crushed by all the damage coming out from Mag. He holds 60% of his shatter with the fire strike damage and then the left clicks that led to those opening kills.
Left side push in for KongDoo Panthera, now going to be dropping down to contest. Mag getting stunned up here in the front. Sally will be able to claim the first kill, opening things for his squad. Right click's coming down. Isu under fire.
Nice
will
angle.
Be eliminated. 100 energy for Sally. Is just melting everybody. The wall helping to safely take on for a little bit longer as he desperately tries to stay alive. RunAway still have not surrendered the point. QOQ and get popped out of the back. Will just hold on to that self-destruct. KongDoo Panthera get the flip. 32% gain for RunAway.
Very nicely done here by KongDoo Panthera. Ult efficiency in their favor here as well with this, because they get these kills without really using anything, so they get to kind of build closer to a big 6 to hold these chokes. You need to be figuring out which way RunAway is going to come out, left or right side here. They don't have their spotter D, but they want to keep Cleston back. They see it's the left side now. Shine going to relocate. Everyone's dropping down to the low ground.
And this is up on either side. The other side here. Bomb up. QOQ looking for the pickoffs. Not going to be able to find a whole lot of anything. The Shatter going to be locking up True into the front line as they try to keep him alive, but it's not going to be enough. He will be taken down. QOQ himself going to be finding the kill. Cleston, Zarya bubble expires. He gets booped off the map, off the control point rather, I should say. Will get knocked out. Baby Diva will not be able to survive. Fairly fast flip back here for RunAway as they look to gain control. KongDoo only able to get the 44.
Nice trans by Gangnam Jin, shutting down what Panthera is doing. If that doesn't go off well, if he doesn't time it well, then KongDoo just continues this hold and they end up with a massive, massive lead. They get better ults because of it as well. So this is a really important moment for RunAway to take the lead and take that momentum away. Double the grab charge currently for Isu.
Shatter going to be coming down. True not really able to find anything. Gangnam Jin's going to be eliminating Cleston. True melted down. Very good start to the hold here for RunAway as they chase forward to pick up a couple extra kills. Grab online. QOQ getting closer to that next self-destruct.
Now this is going to be the hardest part for KongDoo Panthera. Against all these ultimates, Mag will build, obviously with the support ults coming through, a Shatter as well. How do they break through with no trance? That's the real big question here. They're already tracked. RunAway know the angle they're taking. They're going to max them on the low ground. Just no real edge here for KongDoo. They're going to have to hope for a lucky charge kill or something, because this is their last shot. There is no push after this, not realistically.
There's no, they cannot have an eco push. They cannot try to reset after this. They have to get over onto the point. The only thing going well for them at the moment is that Hisu doesn't have much energy, but he can build that very quickly. Pushing forward, suddenly there we go, 90+% ready to go. Walls are up, grabs online. When does he want to toss it? Slams it down, locks him in. Sound barrier out of control, defending him alive. Ball right into the thick of the team, and QOQ comes up with a quad as Cleston gets taken out of the mech. Choice A1 desperately tries to pop the rally, but it will not last long enough. And 144, RunAway take the first round.
And it's a big explosion from QOQ that's going to get the eyes of everyone watching at home. He's got this angle, the grab comes through. But it's the small things again, like I was saying last series. Mag sees the opportunity to go for the charge, to remove the enemy Reinhardt barrier. He charges through. That charge guarantees the big explosion. It was already placed well, but it's just step by step. It feels like it's a recipe for a team fight here that the 6-man squad of RunAway, with no subs all season long, is just playing it cool, keeping it, you know, very... It's almost simplistic what they're doing. It's like, okay, look, find the grab here, the sound barrier comes up, we've got the charge, the bomb is placed right in the center. Like, how can anything go wrong if everyone just doesn't make mistakes? And everyone's all communicating well here. Panthera is struggling already at the outset.
Well, meaning here on the neutral ground, no one's going to be wrapping around the sides or anything like that. Fire strike through, Mag going to get tagged up a bit, but good answering damage there onto True. Will keep him at bay here for the moment. Drop down, RunAway in control of the point for now. KongDoo Panthera, can they engineer an approach? Now he gets tagged up quite a bit, has to wait for that shielding to come back through. Point going to be unlocked. KongDoo playing up onto the corner. More than halfway here. RunAway just going to go ahead and grab it as True gets taken down. Hisu coming up with a kill. Now the chase forward. They try to clean up anybody that can possibly get their hands on. Couple members under fire. Selly stunned up here right at the end as Preston nearly gets popped out of the mech, but does successfully retreat.
One of the big things one of the big takeaways from Lee Jae-gon all season has been his speed boost timings, his amp it ups for his speed boost. He had the confidence that they had positional advantage there, didn't need to use it to win the fight, but rather was going to save it until they won it so that they could guarantee get those chase kills and extra ult charge, the extra stagger. Really passive play, but it works out massively for them in this case.
Gotta be careful here. They're trying to push down the small alleyway over to the left, now up onto the high ground. Can just pin that ground right underneath the balcony. Shift back over to the side, shield bash already used here onto Mag. 100 energy grab is going to be slammed down, locks him in. Charge finds Costas, huge pick off here for the side of RunAway as they look to control the point. Shatter comes in, locks up Shine, pushing for the swings, will come in. Mag gets a double, the 2-for-1 special on that hammer swing as they go ahead and clean up the rest of the squad. Kleston just going to be staggered out, you would expect.
Yeah, unfortunately for Choi Se-won, he went in for the rally. He wanted to have that safe spot inside, but what he actually did was isolate himself. Not only was he basically saying, kill me, you know, I'm chargeable.
They're like, hey, we're already here, let's just keep playing by the show.
Yeah.
Playing for this bomb.
But he isolated himself. The rally did not connect with the supports. After the charge comes through, obviously you weren't going to keep that anyways, but, you know, you're looking at no armor for this next attack.
Meanwhile, Hisu has his own, and he's at 85% of the grab.
Yeah, he's about to pass him again.
Yep.
He's got, you know...
He is taken away, I believe. Yep, Selly not going to find anything. Very nicely done by QOQ, denies that. KongDoo Panthera maybe suffering a 100% loss here in the second round. Go ahead and lose out straight up on a Busan. Shatter will come down from True. Catches a couple members of the pin, is going to be good on the Lee Jae-gon. Sound barrier now in from Costas. Hisu going to be responding with a grab of his own bomb. Sound from either of these divas. Neither going to be coming up with kills, but Hisu gets another as he punishes Kleston.
Oh,
that pilot form. Trances out from Shine to try to tag in onto the point to try to buy a little bit of time. But the Shatter comes in, locks him down. OT will tick away, and RunAway will just go ahead and get Busan 100-0 here in the second round as they take the map.
Yeah, the trance there, desperation, should have been used earlier. If available to, then, you know, keep everybody alive so they could reapproach the point, but it's just, I mean, what are you going to do against this level of coordination? A team so very recently formed. To see this team dominate harder, and RunAway did when they won Season 2, is insane, considering that that team had been playing since the beginning of Apex. This team has been playing since the beginning of this season. As Flowerman comes out on the stage, trying to cheer up these players, but there's nothing to cheer for. There's nothing. There's no morale to improve because this squad is already on Cloud9. This squad is already showing up today, knowing that this is, for them, one of their easiest opponents they've faced since the group stage.
I don't think they're going to be on Cloud9. Jack's already bought 2 squads. I don't know if he needs to buy a 3rd one for Owlwolf. But, I mean, speaking of that, these guys, a lot of people have to already be looking at this roster, just trying to be like, okay, when are they all eligible?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's certainly the case. And I guess for some, you know, especially the Korean fans are probably hoping that people don't look at that too soon, so they get a chance to shine here domestically. But yeah, I mean, that was just one-sided, good, clean play from RunAway. Better ult timings, And, you know, the punish plays we were seeing from Hisu when the speed boost comes through from his teammate, DJ God. We're seeing all of this, I don't know how else to put it, but just good synergy, and Panthera just can't keep up. There's just they're a little bit too behind. They started with their sub Zenyatta player as well, Shine over Agatha. And Agatha has been the more consistent Zenyatta player of the two this entire time. But Shine was the Ana specialist, right? And it's surprising to see him come in here as a starting map. Perhaps he's just been doing better recently in internal scrims. But we're looking at, again, just a 6-man roster for RunAway. There is no 7th player, there is no 8th player. To scrim who they can and work with this roster alone. Somebody gets sick and you're not going to see them in the finals, right? But like, they got to just be well taken care of by Mommy Flower.
Not sure if Agatha's going to be coming through. We'll find out momentarily if there will be a substitution. But for now, it looked like Shine was still going to be chilling out on stage. You know, maybe that's the thing is you can give it one more map to try and decide whether or not you need to swap something. But by that point, you could be at series point. RunAway could just be one away. If anybody's going to pull it out, it might be him. But you can see no swaps from KongDoo Panthera, so Shine will still be playing. KongDoo, they get their map pick. You can see True get a bit of shoulder up there. Choice they want, so like, it's okay. We got this. We can bounce back.
You have to go into this series. Talk about the map they choose. Numbani's been a strong one for them, but they take us to King's Row.
Okay.
But you have to think as KongDoo Panthera going into today's match, like if you win this, you might win the tournament. I mean, you've improved that much since regular season. You have to come in with realistic expectations and good preparation. The map choice here is an old favorite of KongDoo Panthera's, but that was with a team that was strong in this meta, not a team that finds weakness here. My hopes are that maybe we'll see some sort of Reinhardt variation with the Ana, since Shine is in here with that Nanoblade Genji. We've seen GC Busan Wave find a lot of success in the past with this.
KongDoo first on the attack. Need to engineer something very good. Sure that they can get that full push here on the map. Trying to come up with success. Can take some pot shots here and there, you know, of course, with that Widowmaker that we see from Choice Taiwan at the moment.
You know, very beginning of the season, when KongDoo Panthera beat Genji, you know, it was a close series. Genji, you know, we found later to be one of the weaker teams in the group, but there were tears, there were emotions, but tonight it feels like Panthera is playing relaxed, which is a good mentality to have against a team like RunAway. We'll start with the 3-3 defense. 3-3 will meet them on attack here.
Okay, not even going for the opening shot, actually. Choice A1 just going to be swapping it up to 3-3-3-3. Just going to be coming through as they move up to the initial choke, trying to push their way up towards the statue.
Not going to be trying to run anything tricky here, at least not for this initial attack. It's all about the Zenyatta build here for Shine. Remember, the substitute player here for Panthera. If he can come in here and lead over Gangnam Jin, they've got a good chance of just trancing their way into a one-team fight. But so far, it's pretty matched by Gangnam Jin, so tough to get that edge.
Back, takes a bit of a beating. Sweet falling dangerously low, does manage to stay alive. True now trying to kite his way back, but QQ hounds him down, comes up with a kill, and Selly turns over into the statue there for a moment. Trying to stay alive, the Mag has the pin. They take him down. RunAway will maintain control of the choke.
Very short distance on this map between the point and the spawn, one of the closest, if not the closest in hybrid. You know, if you look at Numbani, it's a much longer run to A, or even Hollywood, for example. So they can just, you know, respawn quickly. They don't have to worry about getting chased here. So that's a nice thing for KongDoo Panthera here on this failed attack.
Seth is going to be up with Gangnam Jin. Selly already picked off as they push forward. Mag nearly with a shatter on line. Shine matching with his Transcendence as well.
Yeah, and that's rough. You know, he wasn't going to turn the fight with that. Unfortunately, just a panicked Trance again. RunAway holds the extra armor. They've got the sound barrier to match Costos. And there's just not a whole lot of tools for Panthera here to outshine RunAway with. If they had their own Trance, then maybe after the grab goes down, they can turn that fight. But because they used it, Shine panicked a little bit there. They don't have that tool. They don't have that answer, that resource.
Better online for both of these Reinhardts. Grab coming up now for Selly. The Transcendence. Sound barriers out. Sally goes ahead, tosses it out. Eaten again by QOQ. His second to 9 of the series, I do believe. Bomb into the back, looking for the pickoff. Not going to find anything. QOQ will safely make it back into the back, and now it's just going to be cleanup again for RunAway. Charging forward towards the spawn. It's Shine right at the finish. And there's still so much time left in the bank, but it's still looking already like a lost map.
It looks grim. It looks like a lost map. You're certainly right about that. KongDoo Panthera has to make a choice. So they try to do something different here. They try to trick them. Switch to the Doomfist, for example, hide it, look for a big explosive push. Or do they just keep with this? Because they're so behind an ult charge right now. It's insane. I mean, Shine is half a trance. That's not going to work out. Isu has the better grab timing, and because he's the defender here, he's going to build this one way faster regardless.
Yeah. Go ahead and get that one online. Bomb to the back. Shield comes up. Sound barrier now out from closest, so they try to make their way in order to the point. Gangnam Jin going to be popping the Transcendence. They still have the sound barrier to rely on. Isu playing up near the front. Grab. Nearly online. Now going to have it off the back of the right click. Instantly pins it into the hotel. They push forward. Shine manages to get the Transcendence online just in time to keep his team topped up, but is that going to be enough for them to get in onto the point? Getting tagged up, going lower and lower. The sound barrier now in from Lee J. Going Gangnam Jin, nearly another Transcendence online. 66% for him.
Sally, this is his shot. This is his moment.
He needs it to land. If QOQ denies it again, it's not going to happen. Pins them all in. Locks them up. Mag, the first one to fall. Bombs out from QOQ. It's not going to be able to save them. Chose they want. Locks down the pilot form Diva.
They've done it.
Panthera in onto the point. They will go ahead and get this cap, but it's only with about 30 seconds remaining.
There's no way to tag back in on this for the RunAway. They will get the capture, but it's off the back of Shine barely getting that transit time. He doesn't finish that in time when Isu grabs out. Then it's all over. The map ends. We see Selly doesn't miss the mark this time when it matters most with a follow-up grab. He's got high energy now. RunAway should not challenge this.
Shatter out from True, locks him in. Gangnam Jin pops the Transcendence, keeps him topped up as they try to fight in the choke. Mag approaching the shatter of his own. Selly now finding his groove, is playing up front, trying to get that next one online.
The ones outside the tunnel are always going to have the advantage, so, as I say, RunAway shouldn't challenge. Panthera should also not spill out without the cart here. They're going to face a similar fate. So it's kind of a neutral moment here as both Zorias just spam right-click looking for that ult charge.
Drop down coming in. Isu looking for an opportunity, throws it over to the side. Locks them in, swinging away. Mag pushing forward, gets the first kill. Now Lee J on following up, gets rid of Cleston. True will be able to answer one back. They're still under a lot of fire. True's Earth Shatter. Looks like it's not going to be finding too much, but Selly still scoops up a kill here onto Shui.
Cart, give up the cart.
Gonna start inching. Yeah, RunAway will go ahead and kite back as QOQ gets popped out right next door.
RunAway all laser focused on Cleston there when he went for the self-destruct. You can even see Lee J Gog was trying to kill him. That's why he even committed the right click there. They got that kill, but because of all the resources spent to chase down that pilot Diva, the extra damage comes through from KongDoo Panthera. Nicely done by True to do that extra follow-up damage there. They got them the kills they needed. Selly holds this grab in high energy. This is a scary moment for RunAway. Gangnam Jin's going to need that trance, and he's going to need it quick. That's why he's up at the front here with that extra armor.
Bubbles up, 100 energy, ready to go. Shatter out from Mag, looking to lock him in. Ground pound surge going to be coming out here onto the cart. Sound barriers from both sides, but Cleston will still get knocked out of the mech, and RunAway is charging forward. Looking to zone them back, looking to build up these remaining ults and get some picks. They will be able to find True Hisu with the right click, takes down Cleston. And they're still looking for more. They will find it. Choice they want eliminated as the rest retreat back in. And Hisu gets another one with these right clicks. Just lobbing him in.
What an insane decision also by Lee J Gon to decide to, rather than wait for one more second for Gangnam Jin's trance, which would have easily blocked them, he just commits the barrier. Gangnam Jin calls out I'm at 99, but I'm not at 100. He barriers there, they collapse in, get that initial kill. We see the chase, Hisu gets another grab, as you say. And now KongDoo halted again. They got A, but they're not getting much more here. And they just don't have tools to initiate a fight until Selly gets that grab. And around this corner, he can't even right-click for it.
See where he goes, likely going to be straight in onto the cart. He sees the Diva over on the left side, throws it down, does manage to lock them up, bomb right up into the front. They go in for the pin, but the bomb's still not going to find any pickoffs. QOQ is going to be going back into the back. Gangnam Jin pushing forward, Transcendence up, keeping his team alive.
Chance here, there's a chance.
Yeah, the Graviton Surge comes in, fire strike,
fire strike damage.
Both supports now going to be gone. Team wipe effectively as QOQ will get popped out in the back as they enter into OT. The clutch fight from KongDoo Panthera. They come out on top.
Massive, massive play by Selly there. That was the choke they need to grab them in. Sets up an easy fire strike for True. He's the one who does the massive damage there. And he comes in and swings over, right clicks, everything's going in that choke where RunAway just cannot escape. And that should be B going over to the RunAway. Can try to tag on here, they will.
Gonna move him back, Shatter gonna be good, locks him up right here into the front. Mag and Isu do not stand a chance.
This is actually, I think, a mistake by RunAway to contest. They certainly had the opportunity there.
Close. Moving him off, not that it would have done much.
They had an opportunity there to delay and then actually eventually defend. But the trade-off here is they don't. They give a lot of extra ult charge over to KongDoo Panthera. The cart is rolling for free. And what could have been maybe a hold on B ends up being almost a C push here with 65 seconds still in the bank for KongDoo.
There strikes out, Mag, Shatter on long. Let's see if he can line it up. Crew pushing forward. Sun's coming down, Shatter will hit. Moves into the back, Transcendence is out from Shine to keep everybody alive. Cart's gonna be holding here at the corner. The first one to hold is gonna be Shui. Mag looking for the pin.
Selly
Managed to find
high energy.
Weston, but cannot get the breakout yet, and he still has that self-destruct ready to go to get back into the Mag. Set him again, he's coming through on the Mag. He's gonna get melted down. Selly comes up with a kill. Hisu now gonna be eliminated as well. No chance to use the Graviton Surge. Q finished off. 3 members alive. Just gonna be the supports here for RunAway to try to halt the cart, to try to buy a little bit more time for the tanks to arrive.
I think this is going to be a C push. Like, Selly, they just didn't deal with him. He
They
built the
have
high
to get on
energy.
top of it. Can they even do it? They stop at 0.97 meters away. Bubble coming down. Selly still at 100 energy. Shatter online from True. Sound barriers out for both sides. Selly going to be taken down. Lee Jake gone. Comes up with the kill now. True going to be eliminated. The Shatter not going to do anything. Kleston popped into the back. Q by Shine. Lesson going to be gone. Also eliminated. Choice A1 is trying to retreat, but he will not be able to make it back over to the cart. Halted 0.97 meters away. RunAway have to get a completion on the map, but if they can do so, they avoid overtime rounds. They move up to 0.
This is still the map you feel amazing as for KongDoo Panthera, because not only were they able to take A in those last moments, make those decisive decisions, but also, I know it sounds redundant, decisive decisions, but they made these really decisive choices, right? And in those specific moments, toss the grab with the choke, commit the fire strike, win that fight, crush it. RunAway's coming to contest. We have positional advantage. Let's force this fight. Let's speed boost it. We've got this. What was almost a full hold becomes nearly a point C. So for RunAway, you're not feeling good about this one. If KongDoo is able to have a solid defense here of any kind, you're worried about your chances of going up 2-0. And I don't even want to say it's the first time KongDoo breathes life into this series. I want to say they look coordinated. They look like there's no pressure for them. Whereas, you know, given their history, given the org's history, and the background of some of these players, you would think that they would be feeling like, oh God, we barely made it to the playoffs. We've got to show our fans something. It's RunAway. How can we take this series? And yet, they're playing more comfortable than they did in regular season in a lot of ways. It's a different feeling here. It's a different atmosphere on the side of KongDoo Panthera, on their side of the stage. And if they can make some decisive moves like that, like tossing that grab in the choke, looking for the shield bash that Choice A1 is setting up to prevent Mag from getting the shatters, maybe this team brings us to a 1-1 scoreline here. It's not going to be easy.
We will see. RunAway going to be pushing forward, 3-3 ready to go. Nice fire strike from True. Will push him up to 22% right at the start. So good way to kick things off. Back at the moment, just waiting behind the base of the statue here. They start inching their way out. Isu trying to build up that energy. Just getting a smattering of damage in.
Selly matching him though on the defense. So
around the side, True's at 73%. Mag's only at 14. He's not been able to get any damage through yet. Isu playing up into the front. Goes forward, getting closer and closer now. That critical spot. First tick going to be surrendered. RunAway grab this one for free. KongDoo just making sure that everybody's topped up, and then we'll push out of the hotel. They're going to commit this contest. Second tick comes down. True locked up, dead. Mag manages to go ahead and get rid of the enemy Rhine before he can get that shatter online and shut down the push. And that should go ahead and lead to the cap you would expect. Bit of a botch on the charge, but it doesn't matter. They go ahead and they push Kleston off the point. They take him down. They clean it up, and that will be it. Huge time bank now for RunAway for the Streets phase.
The difference in True's ult charge and Mag's is also a difference in play style. Mag looks for opportunity. He does not seek opportunity. He waits, he plays reactionary like this, sees an angle, sees the team isn't up, goes for the charge. But on that defensive point, it was True who was eating all of Choice A1's armor, which meant that Selly couldn't build energy properly, couldn't do the majority of the damage. They wanted to use that shatter for the defense, whereas Mag just waited for opportunity, waited for mistakes. So he was, you know, basically 40% behind for the majority of that fight.
Do you
But
think
it
he's
doesn't
tweeting
matter.
from the payload right now? He might be.
Is he what? Sorry?
Tweeting from the payload.
Could be.
Oh!
Look at this.
Shatter in from the back. Surprise! Selly, thinking downtown, gets pinned. Only leads to 1 kill, but that is still going to be a lot of space opened up here for RunAway.
In this meta, if you can find a place to be unseen, if you can find a place to trip your opponent up and they're not thinking about that possibility, then this happens, right? I mean, it's happened, since Bumper. The previous tank of RunAway would hide multiple times in the series and get several big shatters that way.
Grab gonna be coming down, locks him in, bomb into the front, pick. Will be Costas going down, Shine dead just before Kleston popped out, taken out. Near wipe, executed his choice A1, should be finished off here right at the end. Now take on, we'll go ahead and get the kill. 5:26 on the clock for the final stretch.
I mean, stabilized, I think, doesn't even do justice to what RunAway has done here in this map. Having a rough defense there, some overextensions, leading to KongDoo getting way further than their timing should have allowed, but now they're just steamrolling around the corner.
Bomb ends the back, Lesson looking to open things up. Shield's going to be coming through. Back moved over the side of the sound barrier, helps to keep him alive. Shadow not going to find anything, really. There's a little bit of a desperation one. Now Drew's going to be having one online to try to turn things around. The court does not advance much.
He doesn't have a good angle, unfortunately, to use this right now. He needs to get back.
He's taking a ton of damage. The shield, however, not going to be lasting. The Zarya bubble comes through, trying to keep him topped up.
But he's not relevant. He's out of the fight.
There we go. He gets taken down. Gangnam Jin just comes up with a kill. Mag pushing for it, however, will also get punished. Both of these Zenyatas come up with kills onto the enemy Ryan. So now Lesson going to be popped out of the back. Nothing to deny away. This Graviton surge. They lock him in. Shine, however, Transcendence does come through. Keeps everybody topped up. But the cart has arrived. It's right here. 4.2 meters left to go. So very close. They're moving up 2-0 right now. Is RunAway. And they will just go ahead and glide it in easily.
Easy peasy here. True. Desperately looking for that shatter, stays way too far out, is damaged, and then you can watch for the rest of those moments where he was trying to walk backwards towards his spawn room. Even if he lives there, he's irrelevant because he's so far away from the fight that's happening there. He starts the fight too far forward, is focused down, his barrier focused with him, and then he's too far away to get a shatter off anyways. He does end up dying at range there at the end of the day. The RunAway just sticks together, globs onto the cart. Flower been trying to get more of a reaction out of this team, but it's tough to really be that excited. It's tough to really be that hyped when this is just simply a routine procedure for this team right now. QOQ's gonna look back and say, Flower, but who we faced in our group. We've already beaten WGS, we've already beaten MVP Space. This team is the 4th place seed from the other group. And, at this stage, we're just one map away from the end of it all for KongDoo Panthera. They've kept their nerves in check. I'd rather see a camera shot of them, to be honest, at this moment, because obviously the new coach here, replacing Nomi, having a bit of a rough time, having a bit of a stressed expression, but the teammates, the players here, through the games and through these camera shots, for the most part, have looked a little bit less stressed than the entirety of regular season. But that itself, coming in confidently is not enough. Got to execute, and it's going to have to be better coordination than RunAway has, and I don't know if we're going to see that happen between Map 2 and Map 3 in this halftime right now. How can you really step up that much in such a brief break?
I mean, we saw MVP kind of do it as they were moving into Assault. They looked very good coming back from the break on Temple of Anubis. Yaki especially kind of leveled up his performance. We already saw a little bit of that adjustment from Selly on their attack there on King's Row, but on the defense, it's like RunAway, they identified what the problem was. They knew that they were giving way too much charge over to Selly, that he was constantly high energy, and they said, okay, just bubbles up, just stop. They adjusted, they were denying him energy, denying him charge, and they just kind of identified this is the big issue. They fixed it, and then they closed it out. Now up 2-0, one more map to go for RunAway to close the series, but we still will have a halftime break, so we'll see you guys in about 5 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever, I don't know.